Hello there. Welcome back to my channel, Snips by Kelly. I'm Kelly, and tonight I have a beautiful two-page scrapbook layout for you featuring simple angles and layers. We're also going to talk a little bit about scrapbooking through the hard stuff. Tonight I'm sharing a full process video with you that I did not plan on sharing, and I'm using the Painterly Pears Suite Collection, and I just recently created a 12-page Painterly Pears scrapbooking workshop with this beautiful collection. I love the gold embedded Mossy Meadow ribbon. It has low profile sparkle dots in coordinating colors, a Perfectly Pears stamp and die set that can create beautiful stamped pear images that look so realistic, but it'll also create dies that are cut right out of the background paper. You can create stemmed leaves, separate leaves, a double pear set, a single pear set, a cluster of flowers, and some other little small flowers out of the dies. But you can also cut the large pear, the double pears, the double leaf, and the flower cluster right out of this pattern paper. It's a technique that I've come to love so much when you want beautiful, quick embellishments that you don't have to marker or color in any way, shape, or form. Now, in my previous video that I'll link in the description, I do show you how to make beautiful stamped and dyed pears by adding a little bit of sponge daubing to that. And it's such a gorgeous technique, but I also love the technique of getting those bits and pieces right out of the pattern paper. The pattern paper in this series is gorgeous, starting with that Secret Sea grid that I showed you. It has wreath style pears, it has large pears that you can cut out of the pattern, and this gorgeous pear floral that we're actually going to use this evening, and another Darling Duckling grid. I also love that it has more muted and smaller patterns on the back that help with offsetting. Now, there isn't any coordinating cardstock that comes with this collection, but I pulled out some of the coordinating colors that are recommended by Stampin' Up. For the background, I've gutted that gorgeous Secret Sea floral frame by cutting 1 inches to 11 inches all the way around. I'm going to add a bright Calypso coral at 10 1/4 by 10 1/4, and then a willow white piece on top of that is 10 by 10, a super standard frame. I do a lot of framing in my scrapbooking because I love it. I probably overuse it, but I really, really love that look, especially if you have a busy pattern. You can use it on the outside and then help to offset or ground that by adding the layers in the middle. Now we're adding a piece of 10 by 4 Secret Sea grid, and how you can make very simple angles to create simple interest, or a lot of interest simply without a lot of work, is you can create an angle. So what I've done is from the bottom left corner, I've measured up by 1 inch, and then I've trimmed from that 1 inch mark to the bottom right corner. And it just created this super simple rectangle that has an angled bottom. It's such an easy variation to just paper strips, and then you can add lots of other layers. So I'm actually going to put that across the bottom and then add some other little bits and pieces. So I have an 1/8 inch piece here of Calypso coral, and I'm going to add that to the bottom and just snip the edges so that it makes it look like I have a faux piece all the way under. Now I have a 1/2 inch strip of the Darling Duckling pear pattern, and I'm going to repeat that performance. I'm just going to run that across. It helps for me to have a longer strip to begin with and simply trim it so I don't have to worry about figuring out how to measure angles. So once you have that first angled piece, it's a piece of cake after that to angle other pieces across the bottom. Now we're going to work on that simple layering that I was talking about. So we have Darling Duckling grid pattern here that is 3.5 by 5. The photo is going to be 5 by 7, so you can have a 5 1/8 by 7 1/8 willow white piece for your photo mat. You could have a 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, or you could simply have a 5 by 7 photo there. And we're just going to do simple little strips to make it look like you've layered lots of paper under there. So I have a 1/2 by 6 of the Secret Sea pear floral pattern, a 1/2 by 8 of the Darling Duckling pear pattern, and by adding those little strips and that little grid pattern, it's making it look a lot more full, a lot more layered, but you don't have the bulk of having full pieces of paper under there. Now over on the right, we're going to do non-traditional photo sizes. The photos are going to be 2.5 by 3.5, and we're going to do some of that simple layering with 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 pieces. So we have the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 Secret Sea grid pattern and the Darling Duckling floral pattern. And you can see how I've arranged those on that photo mat to make it just be offset just a little bit. I'm actually going to use that same piece so that I can make it the same exact size really quickly and do the same pattern on the bottom right corner. Now I actually have a Calypso coral piece in the middle, 2.5 by 3 3/4, which is the same size as the Secret Sea cardstock mats. So by arranging those, I have 2 corners that have become decorative corners just from simple layering, and then I still have photo opportunities and a journal opportunity in the middle. So I'm going to add another 1/2 inch strip. Actually, it's a 3/4 inch strip, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, 3/4 by 10 of the yellow pear cluster paper. And then I'm going to add a strip of the green pattern across that. And now I love how that has just created simple layers. You have several photo opportunities, but I do want to bring in some Calypso coral. So I'm going to come back in with a 1/4 inch of Calypso coral by 10 across the top of the yellow pear paper, and just bring that in to help those strips stand out just a little bit right there. Now we are here to the good part, the good stuff. And I'm ready to talk a little bit about scrapping through the hard stuff. But before I do, I'm going to show you how I'm using More Messages. More Messages is a cling stamp and die set where you can stamp all of the messages on one piece of paper, put one single die over the top, and get all of these messages. And these messages are perfect for cards, but they're also perfect for scrapbooking pages as well. And I wanted to pull out one of those More Messages and use that as a small title. We don't always have to have huge titles, but we do need a few landing spots. So I've pulled out the stylish shapes, and I've made a white stitched circle from the stylish shapes and a Calypso coral banner from those same stylish shapes. And I'm going to be able to add some cute little bits with that. I can add all of those pears that I've die cut out of the pattern paper. I can add the leaves that I've die cut, the florals that I've die cut, and all I have left to do is the fun of decorating. Now, I don't have any photos on this layout. I've actually picked out photos for this layout, but the reason I don't have any photos on the layout is I did not plan on sharing this process video. A lot of times I will create lots and lots of video clips, and I'll decide at a later time if it's going to end up being a process video on my YouTube channel or not. This one I decided not to because I had already revealed my 12-page workshop on my blog, and I had already shared my workshop pages here on YouTube. So I didn't plan on sharing another full process video. I'll link in the description the 2 process videos that I did do with the Painterly Pears collection. But some of you who follow me know I've had a string of life happening to me. I've had 2 deaths within about 2.5 weeks. My son was run over by an 800-pound calf on our ranch and had emergency surgery on his legs and has 3 months of being non-weight bearing and 3 months of rehab. My husband then is shorthanded on the ranch, and there are numerous other things that have happened in our lives that roll out like toilet paper. Now, I'm not one to bring up a lot of the bad things because I typically have my pot half full and I'm a very positive person, but it's one of those things that reminded me how sometimes we scrap through the hard stuff. Scrapbooking is so therapeutic for me, and it's an escape and it's a release, and it's something that I've always done to relieve stress. But sometimes when life happens, we are faced with having no time for all of the regular duties and the things that we need to do to keep our lives moving forward, right? Which is where I'm at right now. It's been very difficult for me to get any of my regular work done as a full-time speech pathologist, a grandmother of 8, and have all of these different things that have happened on my plate. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses, but something's gotta give. So I decided to pull back out of my stash of videos and pull these videos forward and go ahead and share this video to be able to help myself out by helping me get a video done and help all of you out by being able to share my creative process as well while dealing with all of these personal things. Now, before I finish here, I want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing before I get too far ahead of all of you. I've added a little tiny square of white, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, a small leaf and flower bit that I die cut right out of the pattern paper, added a little bit of that gold and green Mossy Meadow ribbon. I've done journaling on some vellum, added a single die cut pear under that for added interest, and some of these low profile dots. Now, by pulling these videos forward and having grace with myself to go ahead and pull forward a video that has a layout on it that doesn't have photos, I'm scrapping through the hard times. I'm sharing a gorgeous layout with you that I love and that I didn't plan on sharing to help me stay out ahead of my videos and to keep my mind busy and productive and to scrap through some of the hard times that I've had lately. So thank you so much for your grace and allowing me to share these pages with you unexpectedly and unplanned, and I hope you love them. I hope you love the simplicity of the angled papers and the simple layering to create beautiful pages, and I hope you'll consider our suite collections for creating cohesive pages where it already coordinates and it makes it really easy and much quicker to find coordinating elements that are right within the pattern paper to make your scrapbooking easy. Thank you so much for your kindness, your understanding, your likes, your shares, your comments. I hope you'll hit subscribe and come back for more soon.